Hello students, today I am going to discuss with you lesson number 4 of your Beehive book, and the name of the chapter is A Truly Beautiful Mind, and this chapter is the autobiography of Albert Einstein. Now let's begin the chapter. Albert Einstein was born on 14th March 1879. Albert was born on 14th March 1879 and he was born in German city of Ulm. His mother thought that he was a freak. And what is the meaning of freak? It is mentioned here, a person who behaves abnormally. Students, everyone know that Albert Einstein is a genius, but by birth he was not so. Instead of that, his mother think that he is a freak because he behaves in a different manner when he was a child. His mother thought he was a freak because his head seemed too large. Head seemed too large, it means head was not very big in the size. It means that in his head there was different types of question and he behaves in a different manner. And here is one of the example of his different behavior. He didn't speak till the age of 2.5. Means up to the age of 2.5, Albert Einstein didn't speak a single word. His nickname in school was Brother Boring. His schoolmates, his playmates used to call him Brother Boring because he don't know how to behave with other playmates. So his classmates, his playmates used to call him by this name. The youngster played by himself much of the time because he don't know that how to behave with other children. So most of the time in the childhood, Albert Einstein remained alone and used to play with mechanical toys. He especially loved mechanical toys. Mechanical toys, it means जिस toy में machine होती है. Looking at his newborn sister Maza, he is said to have said, "Fine, but where are your wheels?" In the childhood, he always engaged with his mechanical toys so much that when first time he saw his sister Maza, he thought that it is also a mechanical toy. So his first question to his parents is that where are the wheels? How my sister will move? His headmaster told his father that he will never make a success at anything. He began learning to play the violin when he was 6 years old. In the study, because everyone of you knows that Albert Einstein is a genius, so we thought that in his childhood age, in his school days, he will be just the same. But in the beginning of his schooling, his headmaster was disturbed with the performance of Albert Einstein. It is not the fact that he was not good in study. There was the problem in the behavior, because he don't like the rules and regulations of the school. So one day the headmaster of the school called the parents of Albert Einstein and he declared to the parents, whatever subject your child will choose in future, but the result will be the same, that will be the failure. It doesn't mean that he is not good in study, because the problem was with Albert Einstein behavior, not his IQ. He began learning to play the violin when he was 6 years old. When he was 6 years old, because his mother wanted him to. His mother wanted that he will learn violin, so he started learning violin. He later became a gifted amateur violinist. Amateur means doing something for personal enjoyment. Means don't do that thing for the payment. If you are doing something only for the enjoyment, that is called amateur. As per the wish of his mother, he started learning violin, and later on when he became a genius person, this habit of playing violin was very helpful for him because it was his hobby, and by this hobby he always felt relaxed. Albert went to high school in Munich. He scored good marks in almost every subject. Now Albert went to high school. He completed his high school in Munich. Remember this name, Munich, where he completed his high school, and in almost every subject he secured good marks. As his headmaster said, his performance was not like that. His performance was good. He hated the school's regimentation. Regimentation means strict discipline, strict rules and regulation of the school, and often argued with his teacher. Generally, always he having the clash with the teachers. The problem was this, that he hated the school's rules and regulation, and in Germany on the time of Albert Einstein there were strict rules and regulations in the school. When he was 15, he hated the school so much that he left it for good. When he turned to 15, at the time he took a decision to leave the school, not only for his goodness, also for the goodness of the school. Because if students having clashed with the teacher, then it is, you can say, the loss from the both the side. He was a very good boy, so he understand that I could not survive in such a surrounding, so he make a decision that he will not continue his study there. He continued his education in German speaking Switzerland, in a city which was more liberal than Munich. In his family, everyone was very disturbed because he decided that he will not continue his study there. Then he said that he will continue his study in the German speaking Switzerland because that country was more liberal than Germany. He was highly gifted in mathematics and physics. Everyone know that he is a genius scientist, and especially in the field of physics, he did extraordinary and marvelous work. So from the beginning of his life, he was very good in both of the subjects, mathematics and physics. He also studied in the University of Zurich. After completing his schooling for higher education, he joined the University of Zurich. He felt a special interest in a fellow student named Maleva Marek. In the university, he met with a girl, and the name of the girl was Melvia Marek, and both of them fell in love. He saw in her an ally. Ally means friend, associate. Albert Einstein was very attracted towards that girl. She was from Serbia and had come to Switzerland because it was one of the only places in Europe which had a college where women could get degrees. Now, Melva also doing her studies in Zurich University. She was a Siberian born girl, and she joined that university because it is one of the university in the Europe that allowed only the women to study science subject in that time. They soon fell in love and were known to exchange letters that mixed science with tenderness. Now both of them fell in love, and now they started to exchange love letters. But their love letters were also different because the language of the letters was mixed with science and sophisticate stuff. One such letter from Einstein was, "How happy and proud I shall be when we both have brought our work on relativity to a victorious conclusion." This is the matter of one of the letter of Albert Einstein, love letter of Albert Einstein that he has written to Melville. In that letter, he wrote that, "Oh, I will feel very proud and happy on that moment when we both will celebrate together our victory on the project of relativity." And every one of you knows very well that the theory of relativity of Albert Einstein make a great change in the history of science, especially in the field of physics. At 21, he was a university graduate but unemployed. Now, by this statement, students, you come to know that he was a genius fellow. Now, everyone kneel down in front of his genius. But when he was a university graduate at the age of 21, he also faced challenges and the struggle of real life. And that struggle was that he was also unemployed. So if you completed your studies, if if you completed your study, so never hopeless that in one day you will become successful. No, if genius struggle, then you are the common and ordinary man, and if you want to become genius and extraordinary one, then you have to face struggle and you have to overcome all those hindrances that is coming in your way. He only secured a job at the age of 23. Continuously for 2 years, he struggled a lot and ultimately he got a job as a technical expert in the patent office at Bern. What is patent? Means document which gives right of invention to inventor. Means where different patent offices means in the office where different types of inventor brought their invention brought their invention. So that office is called patent office, and there he got the job of as a technical expert. While he was supposed to be accessing others, he invented his own ideas in secret because his job was a technical expert job. So he was judging that the invention that another inventors were bringing there in the office all were original and all inventions are technically good or not. On the same time, in a secret manner, he was also working on different types of inventions and new ideas in the field of physics, but it was a secret for everyone. In 1905, his papers on spatial theory of relativity described the world's most famous formula. In 1905, when his papers came in limelight, then his spatial theory of relativity described the world's most famous formula, and it changed the entire you can say interpretation that was existing in earlier days about relativity. It described the relationship between mass and energy. It was E is equal to mc square. E stands for energy, m for mass, and c for the speed of the light in a vacuum. This is the complete theory of relativity that Albert Einstein has given in the year 1905. Einstein wanted to marry Melville right after college, but his mother was against it. Now, just after completing his college, Einstein was very willing to get married with Melville, but the mother of Einstein was against this marriage. She thought Melville was too old for him. There were two reasons. First reason was Melville was older than Albert Einstein, and the second reason was this because Melville was also a science student and also a clever creature according to the mother of Albert Einstein. So just like any other mother-in-law, Albert Einstein's mother also don't want a girl who is very clever for her son. They finally got married in 1903 and had two sons. Finally, Melville and Albert Einstein married in 1903 and they also had two sons. But a few years later, the marriage flattered. Flattered matlab became weak. But after a few years, some differences started to came, and ultimately their marriage shattered. But Melville was losing her intellectual ambition and becoming an unhappy housewife. What is the reason of their shattering life? The reason was this: Albert Einstein loved Melville not because of her looks, he loved the intelligence of Melville. But after marriage, Melville turned into a typical housewife, and that behavior was not suitable for Albert Einstein. So finally, they divorced in 1919. Einstein married his cousin Elsa in the same year, and when both of them divorced on the same year, Albert Einstein again married to his cousin Elsa. In 1915, he had published his general theory of relativity, which provided a new interpretation of gravity. Now, in 1950, the theory of relativity was now published, and now it provide the new interpretation, means new explanation for about gravity. The newspapers called his work as a scientific revolution. It was a great revolution in the field of physics, and now in the newspaper journals, everywhere there was lots of you can say lots of appreciation for that theory of Albert Einstein, and in a one day it was proved that he was a genius man after the publication of this theory. For his genius, he was given the Nobel Prize for Physics in 1921, because that theory has proved that he was really a genius fellow, and ultimately for his theory of relativity he received the Nobel Prize in 1921. In 1933, the Nazis came to power in Germany. Now, it was proved that he was a genius fellow, and day and night he was working in the field of science. And when in 1933 the Nazis came to power, means the party of the Hitler was came in the power in Germany, he immigrated to the United States. At the time, he was immigrated to United States. He was deeply shaken by the extent of destruction caused by the atom bomb in Hiroshima and Nagasaki. When the scientists were working on the nuclear fission theory, at the time he warned the US President Franklin D. Roosevelt about the destruction that one atomic bomb can create. But his letter didn't having any effect on the president, and America not only prepared the atomic bomb, they also used the atomic bomb, and they use the atomic bomb on the two cities of Japan. One is Hiroshima and second one is Nagasaki. And by that, when the atomic bomb were used on those cities, and too much destruction was happened, that you can say that shattered the heart of Albert Einstein, because he wanted to do the scientific work for the welfare of the society, not for the destruction of the society. He wrote a public missive to the United Nations to form a world government. Now he was so deeply shaken, he was so deeply upset that he wrote a public missive, matlab an official letter to the UN, and in that letter he demanded for the formation of world government. He spoke against the arms buildup, and after that he always spoke against the arms buildup. He was not in the favor of weapons building. He campaigned for peace and democracy. Now he came in the politics, and he became, you can say, a person who was the apostle of peace and democracy, and he always gave the sermon everywhere about peace and democracy. When Einstein died in 1955 at the age of 76, he was celebrated as a visionary and world citizen as much as a scientific genius. Students, I think that before reading this chapter, you only know Albert Einstein just like a scientific genius, but ultimately when in 1955 he was died at the age of 76, he was not only a scientific genius, he was also remembered just like a visionary, just like a world citizen, because he also did lots of work for the peace and democracy. Now here are some important quotes of Albert Einstein that he said. First quote is, imagination is more important than knowledge, and always language develop this quality in the students. So students, read different types of book and be imaginative. I never think of the future, it comes soon enough. Never ponder, never bother about future, always work in the present. Science without religion is lame. Religion without science is blind. Anyone who has never made a mistake has never tried anything new. This is very popular quote of Albert Einstein. Now, thank you students. I hope that you understand this chapter. If you understand this chapter, so don't forget to like and subscribe my channel. Goodbye.